Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5:30.
We begin tonight with breaking news. Law enforcement officers from 3 counties are on the scene of an apparent armed standoff near Thief River Falls, Minnesota. Good evening and thank you for joining us. At this point, the details are still sketchy. Valley News Team's Neil Carlson is on the scene and has the latest in this exclusive report.
The sheriff's deputies were called out here about 15 miles southeast of Thief River Falls just before noon. It apparently happened at a farmstead about a mile back there. We're being kept away from the scene. Exactly what happened yet, we don't know. We're told it could be some type of domestic disturbance. We've seen deputies and police departments from 3 surrounding counties at the scene. A helicopter just flew over. At this point, I'm waiting for Pennington County Sheriff Ray Kuznia. He plans to come up and talk to me and give me some details about what happened here. At this point, I do not think anyone has been injured. That has been confirmed yet. We'll know more details here pretty soon as this event wraps up. Near Thief River Falls, Neil Carlson, Valley News Live.
And stick with Valley News Live and valleynewslive.com for updates on this breaking news story. There are new developments on a story that we have been following all week. The local Liberian community is speaking out after a string of violent events between 2 groups in South Fargo. They say Liberians in our community are being misrepresented by 2 people of their same culture breaking the law. Isaac Nima and Luke Goodridge are behind bars after police say they were involved in a street war beginning on Sunday. Today, Fargo police met with the Liberian community to talk about the crimes and solutions.
We do not support any act of violence within our community. And the news troubles us. And as a community members, we feel that is not us. That news does not represent us. These are just 1 or 2 criminals who are committing crimes within our community, and they need to be addressed that way instead of then looking at us as an immigrant or a bunch of refugees, criminals, for which we are not.
Police say the fights were not gang-related. It didn't have anything to do with their Liberian culture, adding the 2 arrested are living in the country legally. More people are linked to the violent events, and police say more arrests are possible. Tonight on Valley News Live at 6, hear from those in the community who met today working together on solutions to this issue. It's another cautionary tale of a construction deal gone sour. A young couple engaged to be married just weeks away from the birth of their first child hired 2 men to help fix up their home. They paid, and then things went south. Valley News Team's Bradford Eric has been investigating this situation for days now, and just last night there were some new developments.
Kyle and his soon-to-be bride Brianna are angry.
Will the job get done? I hope so, because I got a baby on the way, and can't take the risk of not having properly sealed roof and sealed walls and stuff. So
stressing out, freaking out, very upset. Try to keep calm, try to keep cool for baby. But I'm stressing out because I'm like, 30 days, what do we do, what do we do?
The couple found a contractor online, thoroughly researched his background, and hired him and his partner. They paid over $500 up front and bought thousands of dollars in materials.
I want my home fixed. I want to be able to come home and have a sealed roof and be able to sleep nice at night. And he promised me all that, and he bailed. Just up and bailed on me. Worst breakup I've ever had.
The contractor took their money, never did the work. The couple spent weeks trying to track down the contractor, his business partner, even calling the contractor's other businesses. I took the couple's questions and concerns and tried reaching out to the contractor.
Hi, my name's Bradford. I'm with Valley News Live here in Fargo.
He did get back to me this afternoon. The couple's money was returned last night. He says the couple changed the scope of the work they wanted done, that his business partner bailed on him, and he was out of town. He says that was the delay in returning the money. Regardless of what happened in this situation, what steps can you take to protect yourself and your investment should this happen to you? According to insurancefraud.org, obtain several bids for the work from different companies and contractors. Don't accept the lowest one just because it sounds good. It could be a scam. Also ask the person to see their required state and local licenses to make sure they are legit. And lastly, never pay in cash. In Fargo, Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
We're withholding the name of the contractor and his partner because the money was returned. However, be aware and don't fall prey to these types of situations. As for Kyle and Brianna, they say they have a great group of friends and family who will help finish the work. If you need help with fraud or corruption in your community, call our Whistleblower Hotline at 701-237-6576 and leave your tip. A member of our community will go to work to expose the truth. It's hard to complain about a day like today with the sunshine and warm temps. Let's go to Robert to see if there's anything to be concerned about tonight. Robert?
Yeah, we do have a risk for a very widely isolated shower or maybe even a rumble or two of thunder as we head through the evening, but the vast majority of us are going to stay dry and enjoy lots of sunshine out there. And that sun has warmed us up into the 70s across the region. A touch cooler with a bit more cloudiness up in Roseau, 70 degrees there, 73 in Wadena. Nice warm 79 here in Fargo-Moorhead, as well as in Grand Forks, Langdon, and in Devil's Lake. I mentioned the clouds, and again, we do have a few of those out there. Underneath those clouds, a couple of sprinkles, a couple of showers out there, and we may see more of those develop as we head through the evening at the peak heating of the day. Maybe even a rumble or two of thunder. Those will quickly go away, anything that does develop once the sun sets. Here in Fargo, as we head through the rest of the evening, temperatures will drop on off into the mid-70s by 8 o'clock, and by 9, dropping down into the lower 70s. Another mild night tonight. We've got lots of warm temperatures on that 7-day forecast, but we've also got to talk about some storm chances too, and we'll detail all that here in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Robert. A $5,000 reward is now being offered for information leading to the arrest of 2 thieves. Police in Fergus Falls, Minnesota, are on the lookout for a man and a woman who walked into a senior living apartment complex and walked out with a flat-screen TV. The theft happened about 5:30 Sunday morning at the Red River Village. A representative says 2 people took the TV from the community room. In the surveillance photos, you can see a man and a woman working their way down the hall with the big TV. Then they loaded into a vehicle parked out front. Police are also looking for an early 2000s red Pontiac Grand Am or Grand Prix. If you recognize the 2 people or the vehicle, call the Fergus Falls Police Department. The community continues to band together for the family of baby Owen Skoji, the infant found unresponsive at a West Fargo daycare last week. He later died from blunt force trauma to his head. Today, Tiny Tykes Child Care in Fargo is serving popcorn and lemonade for a free will offering. All the money will go to the Skoji family, and those funds will be matched by Healing Arts Chiropractic and Craft Concrete. Volunteers are stationed at the corner of 17th Street South and 28.5 Avenue in Fargo, and they say any amount helps.
I just want others to know that, small things add up to big things, and we just want to help make a difference.
If you'd like to stop by, there's still time. Volunteers will be out until 6 o'clock tonight. Another lemonade stand for baby Owen is on 45th near Applebee's, and that one goes until 7 p.m. As our weather heats up, thousands of kids across the region will be jumping in lakes and backyard pools. But experts say in order to keep your kids safe this summer, you need to keep a close eye on them. On average, 10 people die every day from drownings in non-boating related accidents in the U.S. Valley News Team's Neil Carlson shows us what you need to know to keep your kids safe this summer.
At the ripe old age of 23, UND swimming coach and lifeguard Allison Maxwell says she's already saved more than 10 people from drowning. She says kids can get in trouble very fast.
Less than 2 seconds, depending on what they're doing.
If you're not there.
If you're not there,
you got me!
Statistics show that 80% of people who die from drowning are male, and children ages 1 to 4 have the highest drowning rates. Using your new above-ground backyard pool as a babysitter this summer could spell disaster.
a lot of parents now these days, just kind of leave their kids, not really supervising and everything like that. So I definitely, as a lifeguard, and as many lifeguards can speak, definitely have supervision over your kids.
And Maxwell strongly suggests that all parents get their children swimming lessons. It could save their life tomorrow, next month, or 20 years from now. know, whether someday you end up falling in the lake or whatever, you know what to do.
Exactly, or tripping in a pool, or slipping on the pool deck, and you actually slipped in the pool and you didn't know how to swim.
And Maxwell says the warning signs of drowning aren't always yelling and waving arms. Sometimes people simply go silent and go under. The general rule in all this is constant supervision around the water. If you can't see them, you can't save them. In Grand Forks, Neil Carlson, Valley News Live.
Experts also caution that you shouldn't allow children to supervise children. They also advise you to know CPR. We have an update on our breaking news from earlier this evening. Valley News Live has learned that the original call was for domestic disturbance, and I believe this is related to Neil Carlson's live from earlier. A woman was able to escape the house, but authorities don't know whether the man is still in the house or is hiding in the woods. And again, I believe that is the breaking news on the top from Neil Carlson's story in Thief River Falls. Still ahead tonight, your morning